Downton Abbey. It's time for another musical moment now, and to perform for us, we have the man who played Charles Blake, one of the many suitors for the hand of Lady Mary. Ladies and gentlemen, singing My Heart Stood Still, Julian Ovenden.
At sweethearts I met at schools, all indiscreet hearts seemed romantic fools. A house in Iceland was my heart's domain. I saw your eyes, now castles rise in Spain. I took one look at you, that's all I meant to do. And then my heart stood still. My feet could step and walk, my lips could move and talk, and yet my heart stood still. Though not a single word was spoken, I could tell you knew that unfelt clasp of hands told me how well you knew. I never lived at all until the thrill of that moment when my heart stood still.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jim Carter and Alan Leach.
Thank you very much. During the filming of Downton Abbey, a lot of attention is given to make sure that all the details of domestic life are absolutely correct. We feel it's very important that all the staff, if not all the actors, know, say, the difference between a ladle and a bouillon spoon. A ladle and a bouillon spoon.
No, not a clue.
And that, Alan, is why you play a chauffeur.
A chauffeur.
Oh, thank you.
However, I can exclusively reveal that, in one respect, we have, over the last 6 years, lied to you. When we have depicted us drinking delicious red and white wines, it has in fact been store-bought, own-brand grape juice. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Sorry if we've shocked you, but you don't want to see Maggie on the Merlot at 8 in the morning. No, really, you don't. So, let's take a little glimpse at all the detail that goes into making Downton real. Thank you.
Right at the beginning, it was the attention to detail. It's sort of all added to creating this world.
But why do the rituals, the clothes and the customs matter so much?
Because without them we would be like the wild men of Borneo.
We work very hard on the scripts to make sure that we cover the big events of the day.
We are at war with Germany.
So although the show is based at Downton and about these characters, they're not living in a vacuum.
It has to all be there to create this experience for the viewer. If you've got that, you've got a really good basis to make this drama come alive.
Every department
when the script comes in, does copious amounts of research. It's those details that make the world feel real.
Obviously, the lessons have proved successful.
I'm a terrible one for putting my hands on the dinner table. Your hands have to be on your lap if you're not using your knife and fork. They'll say you're not doing things properly anymore.
There have been many very interesting historical details, like you never took your hat off if you went to visit. If you did take your hat off, you had terrible hat hair, so everyone kept their hats on. That was all fascinating.
Action!
In terms of the historical accuracy, we rely on our oracle, Alistair Bruce. We turn to him, and even if he's making it up, he's very convincing.
And then you place the thing against the table and bring the chair back to it. Making sure they all understand what they're doing and why they're doing it is helpful for their acting. Don't whack him.
Manners and protocol are important because it adds to the atmosphere of the show.
What is it?
It's flambé à la pomme de jus, my lady.
Ooh, lovely.
It's one of those little details, and if they're immaculate and precise, then it just gives a whole different feeling.
No, one at a time through with you. I love the detail. I absolutely drive down into finding out exactly what was hanging on the back of a door, who had what on, what they had in their pockets, and I think that helps you make sure that every single person in the background is carrying something that is right for that time of day.
Here we go, folks, the rehearsal.
If Sophie or I are feeling a tiny bit insecure, we ask for a dishcloth. A dishcloth seems to give us that kind of comfort blanket, so that's my favourite prop.
The main thing me and Leslie have had to struggle with is making sure we look like we're really good at cooking, because both of us are not great at cooking.
What? I sing the praises of the art department endlessly. I always love it when we do a scene in which either a newspaper or a letter features, because there are details in those items that the audience will never see, but they have gone out of their way to make as vivid as possible. I don't believe it.
Please say it's something nice.
If it's not seen by the camera, then you think, oh, why bother? But actually, when the actor reads the letter, and it is the letter that he's reading, it adds to the whole occasion. Highclere Castle eventually was the choice for Downton Abbey. It was the first place we saw. We then visited another 40 houses around England just to check that it was the one we really liked.
Crikey.
The castle, the home, has been a character in itself. Again, it all helps to make the world real.
Everything has been meticulously planned, and then it's just for the actors to come in and give all of these different parts of the structure a cohesive feeling.
Very good.
I can't but applaud the people who work much harder than I do to bring Downton Abbey and keep its standard so high for so long.
Recreating the world of 100 years ago. Alternatively, you can visit Norfolk. Now, it was that attention to detail that helped make the show a hit around the world, watched by a combined global audience of 270 million people. That's a lot of viewers, even in countries where you might not expect the inhabitants to get Downton. I'm talking about places as far apart and as culturally different as South Korea, China, Cambodia, Scotland. They all love it. But don't take my word for it. Let's see how Downton has taken the world by storm.
We came all the way from Japan to see this place.
We love Downton Abbey because of its history.
We're from Holland. We started last summer from scratch at Series 1. We never stopped watching it.
We are from Brazil. Downton Abbey is getting more popular in Brazil.
Very popular.
I'm from Montreal, and I find it so fascinating, the costumes and the sets. It's wonderful.
Downton Abbey.
Downton Abbey.
Downton Abbey. The global success of Downton was what surprised us the most. Through the years that it's been translated and dubbed into so many languages and different territories, I think we sell into 250 territories now, is unbelievable.
Hello?
Hello.
Это поместье Downton. I hate to disappoint people, but I'm not dubbed. That is me. I do have the facility to speak foreign languages with my lips moving in a different time to what I'm saying.
So, und nun reibe den Rinderteig da, bevor ich alt bin und von hinnen gehe.
It was just hilarious. It sounds like a bloke.
Oui, moi aussi. Ça me ferait mal au cœur.
Everything just sounds kind of cooler and sexier in French. So I was quite happy with that.
No se precipite saliendo de noche. Coge el tren de Londres mañana. Sale a las 9.
I sound like a very comforting bank manager, which is a perfect description for Robert.
I met a fan in America, and she was so enthusiastic about Mrs. Hughes that she'd got Mrs. Hughes' keys tattooed on her waist. You could knock me down with a feather.
I think the Australian trailer for the show, they were really going out for a young audience. I guess they were trying to demonstrate that it wasn't a stuffy old costume drama, but there really is something in there for everyone.
No one predicted how big Downton would be globally. We all became aware of just this train that was gathering momentum.
It's still slightly bewildering when we go abroad and you see just how much people love it.
We've just been so lucky that people have taken to the show so much.